this is really a nice place to talk. So, what not to expect today? At least not from me. So, stuff like this, code. I'm not going into any code. That's for other people. I'm not a technical person, so what to expect then? Maybe an insight into, and hopefully an aha. So, this talk is about a customer journey and resulting into Liferay Screens usage. And I'm going to dive into that. First of all, I wanted to show you this. 10 years ago, this guy released a product which changed everything we do today. So, everybody here has a mobile phone, is interacting, is doing his job, is doing his private stuff, using something they created. So 10 years ago. And they just released a number 10 version. I don't have it. I think it's above my budget, but who knows? If you look at what people do, and they have, and how they use it, it's around 1,500 times a week, at least, they use their phone. And they spend way more time with their phone than an actual conversation might with their wives or their children. And that's scary, maybe. Who knows? So, for you in the Liferay setting, how can you make sure you interact with your users? Either you have two options, you have mobile web, or you have mobile apps. So, these are old statistics, basically, 2015, but they're still some accurate. So you have more than 3 million apps visitors, and you have 9 million web visitors. And you would say, your first suggestion would go for, let's go for responsive, let's go for, because the numbers are higher. But if you look at the usage, the time they spend on their device and with you is more than, what is it, 9, 10 times? So it's a huge advantage to look at apps. Because they stick to you. They do their thing. They have more interaction with you. So, this is my intersection slide, so now you see I'm going in a different direction. So here he is again. What did he create? He created something that's called digital transformation. Because digital transformation is a change in every human aspect we use every day. So they did something that is affecting everybody here, including me, including you, including our kids. And we need to be very careful in what we do and how we interact with our audiences. Because we have a customer journey. We have a journey as a user, and we need to be able to do the correct thing. So maybe lots of you feel lost. When you're on your mobile, browsing around, maybe it's on a mobile web, maybe it's on an app, but you maybe might not feel connected. You feel alone in the ocean, or you're frustrated because it doesn't work. It's no connection, so I have no idea. I need to have these slides now. And from a development team perspective, there might always be, don't look back, because we're in a sprint, we move forward, we're going, there's no turning back. And why is that? Most of the times because of this. money. So we fail to do a good job because the budget's under strain or time is under strain, and that's a pity. And we can do better. So how to overcome this? I like this picture because it's going somewhere, but it's a customer journey. If you keep in mind why you're doing this, what you're doing, and for whom it is, and what they expect out of it. So what is a customer journey? It's a journey that any customer, it can be a user, a client, a patient, even you. You are my customers right now, and you're on my journey. And to get to the goal. And the goal might be, this show is over, but also it can be something different. So it can mean a lot, but it's always going from A to B. And this can be omni-channel. So it is here. We are here in this building, and we want to go from A to B, and it's like brick and mortar, but it's also in web. And you should map it in order to make sense of it. So this is called customer journey mapping. And for this you have multiple tools. But I like this tool. First of all, you think of the personas. And then you go for the empathy mapping. So what's their hurt? What do they feel? What do they see? And how do they interact with you? Then you do interviews. And you get the hurts and the pains. You process them by notes. And they can either be negative or they can be positive. You map them and you plot them. And then you do a mental model and scenario mapping and task mapping. So this will give you a good insight in what to do, why is this happening, what to do next. So this would make sense of what you're doing. And this is a scary one because it's big. But actually it makes a lot of sense. Because you have here, it's generic, you want to inform, you want to communicate, and you want to organize. And this gives a very good insight. So only after this, you do your first drawing. So there's no code yet. So in my first line, there was no code. There will not be any code in here as well. So this is, you do sketches. You just say, okay, what are we trying to do? And then you go for testing. And it can be paper. It can be digital. But this will give you a very good insight into why do you need this? Do you need to go back? Is this working? And this is just throwaway paper. So now we come into Liferay Screens. So how many people of you have seen Liferay Screens, know what it is, and what you can do with it? Okay, yay. Cool. At least some. No, just kidding. Liferay Screens is the solution provided by Liferay to be able to develop apps rapidly. So if you know how to code on Liferay, then this is something you can definitely learn. It's really easy. Really easy. I'm not a techie, so they say it's really easy. But the nice thing is it allows you to create mobile apps for Apple and for Android. And I think this morning it was announced that there's a version 3 coming out soon, so later. and will have more capabilities. And the nice thing is it has a framework. So you have libraries of functionality like plugins in Liferay where you can say, okay, I need an asset publisher. I need a blog post. I need to provide web content. It's all there. I need a carousel in my app. Okay, it's there. Just use it. So now we go over to Anna. And Anna is a person. And she will be in my video. So Anna is working at a company as a consultant, and she needs to keep up with the processes of the company. She has a task to do. She has multiple systems to go to, and she needs to have a secure connection to her work. And the nice thing of Liferay Screens is, if you know how to connect to Liferay, using your screen name, using your email address, the same way applies to Liferay Screens. So your native app is also using the same process of logging in as your Liferay portal. So now I let her log in. And here you see a news list, which is just for her. It's her news list. So this is news that only she will see because she has a profile on Liferay. And now we log in as Joshua, different user. And as you can see, he has a different news list. This is Liferay 100%. So all functionality is Liferay. So here we go back again as Anna. You have the scrolling. As you can see, images just in the content itself, related objects. So the interaction for a user is a native interaction with Liferay. So you can comment, default functionality of Liferay, subscribe, share, so you see other users. So here you have the navigation you saw on the left. Notifications. So this is the navigation, and this navigation is also Liferay's navigation. So if you know Liferay sites, it's like a site. So if you change something, it also changes over there. You can go to different applications. There's calendar functionality. Which inline video if you want. You have search. So you can search for users, In this case, you search just for users, but there's also the overall global search. You can search on function, so multiple fields. And this is all 100% Liferay data you're looking at. So you have location search. Page navigation in Liferay. Documents and media. So you open documents, you have permission. This is also the same Liferay permissioning system you're looking at. So if you're allowed to watch this document, you are allowed to do it as well in the app. This is actually really nice. This is dynamic data list. So if anybody of you knows, it's really that simple to implement in Liferay Screens. So you have changeable forms. You just need a page where you can place the dynamic data list on with the form, and you don't need a new release of your app in order to change the form. So a content editor can change the form, and it's automatically done in the app as well. So that's a really powerful add-on. And as you know, dynamic data list has workflow attached to it, so you can connect workflows to it in your business processes. So we have our own profile. And she has the ability to change her profile in the app. So she can change her picture, take a photo, because it's native. She has access to her camera, her image library on her phone. And she's only allowed to change several components. So it's not that she can change to become a director, for instance, of the company. But no, she can only change maybe her mobile phone number or a Twitter account, stuff like that. So, I hope this means something to you, and you can really achieve your digital transformation using Liferay Screens. And I hope this was good. Yes. The Carlton dance. I cannot do it, so he does it for me. So, thank you.